Hey everyone! So you can probably see that I am sort of in a new spot here. I am in the kitchen and I decided I'm going to try to do two things at once. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving and I am going to make some cranberry sauce the way that I like it. It's going to be interesting because I don't have any of my recipes with me. And a lot of them are old and from old books and are not online. So I'm kind of going from memory, and I'm hoping memory is correct. I was excited to find cranberries here, and they're organic and really nice, and don't have a lot of those, you know when you get those ocean spray ones in the packages, at least those of you in the US know this. And, a quarter of them you have to throw away because they're mushy or something's wrong with them. These were all really nice, just a few little mushy ones. And I'm going to talk about what I did actually the 19th through the 24th. I didn't really do anything touristy, so no big, excursions, but I did some fun things. But first, let's get the cranberry sauce going, okay? So we want a cup of water. However, I'm going to use orange juice for part of the water. So we're going to do like a half a cup of water and a half a cup of orange juice. You guys have some really good orange juice here. I really like this. It's like fresh squeezed orange juice. It's really yummy. You know what? I changed my mind. I'm going to do all orange juice. No, I'm going to do half. Because I want some orange juice in the morning. I know, I'm selfish. Okay. Oh, there's something weird in there. Okay. So we've got the orange juice, and that's just a crumb. And I'm going to put a cup of sugar in. I also see that you guys have some really nice, it's not brown sugar and it's not white sugar. It's sort of in between. This oh my God, Rohrzucker. So, how is it roh and rohr? All right, someone has to tell me what that means. I mean, I know rohr is raw, but I'm not sure what Rohrzucker is. So, somebody will have to tell me. I have other sugar here too, so I'm just going to use some of this and some of this other regular white sugar. So I haven't talked about this yet, but I, back in the States, have had and sort of still have my own company called Cooking A Cappella. And we, basically what we do is teach, I teach cooking classes with sing-alongs. So there'll be themes of some sort, maybe somebody's bachelorette party. We've done a few bachelorette parties. I should say I, because it's just me. All right, electric stoves. I'm not in love with these electric stoves. I've never had one, and they're very. I'm getting used to it, but it's not. I don't love it. Let's see, turn this up high, and you're going to bring this cup of orange juice, water mixture, and a cup of sugar to boil. And while we're doing that, I'm going to talk about these other things. So yes, so we do sing-alongs that, I'll do, let's say we do a pasta making class. We'll do a pasta making class where we make our own fresh lasagna, our fresh pasta and for lasagna. And then we make a cut pasta like tagliatelle we'll do with a porcini cream sauce or something like that, or bolognese, or there's one that I do with chicken and cucumbers. Cooked cucumbers are actually really yummy. I prefer them actually cooked. Chicken, cucumbers, and tarragon and creme fraiche. It's very, very good and very easy. So then we'll sing like Funiculi Funicula together, and I'll get everybody singing along, and the wine's flowing, so everybody's having fun. And sometimes I will rewrite lyrics to a favorite song if there's a birthday or a bachelorette kind of thing, or some special event like that. Sometimes it's just people wanting to get together and do learn to cook something. I do the pasta, we do Indian, Mexican, making our own tortillas, we do Thai, all kinds of different classes. And I've made classes special for people, like somebody wanted a paleo class. I had to learn a little about that one, but it was successful, and we did that. So I do have some cooking videos out there in the world, and whatever. You can, if you're interested, you can write me a little message and I can send you something. Anyway, so this is something that I actually do. All right, so we've got our orange juice sugar mixture boiling. I've got my cranberries. We have 4 cups of cranberries. Here they are. And they are washed, because you wash everything. So while we're waiting for this to boil, I'm going to tell you about what I did on the 19th. I walked around my neighborhood in Karlshorst. I was still there, and I walked around that neighborhood for a little bit because I really hadn't done that before. I'm noticing that I have. Yesterday, I made a chicken liver pate for Thanksgiving, and I have never used an immersion blender. I have a regular blender and a food processor. So I kind of made a mess with the immersion blender, and I was covered in pate. Anyway, so I walked around my neighborhood in Karlshorst, and it's very pretty there, and very, very quiet and pretty. Although lots of sirens. I don't know what's going on, but there's sirens all the time. I don't know. But I came upon my first Stolpersteine. These are little plaques that are kind of, they're brass. I think they're brass, and they're they're like the size of a cobblestone. They're put in the sidewalks as like a cobblestone, except they're brass, and they have the names, and this is hard to talk about. They have the names of people, Jews, maybe other people. In this case, they were definitely Jews. I could tell from the name, their names, who were deported to concentration camps, and these stones are in front of where they lived before they were taken away. So you'll see somebody's name, their birth date, and the date they were taken away. And there were, about 8 names in front of this one building. And that kind of hit me like a ton of bricks. It was really, I hadn't heard about these yet. And I may have walked on them over in Berlin and not noticed. These were the first that I noticed. And very, very moving and sad, and just, it was horrible. But it's beautiful that they have these here. I mean, it's really wonderful that these people are remembered in this way. While I was out doing that, I'm now going to zest 2 oranges. I wanted juice oranges, but I didn't find juice oranges. So these are navel oranges. And I brought this from the States because I can't live without my zester. Oh, it's a nice orange, bright orange smell that we have. And this is starting to boil. So I needed a power strip and a converter. Is that what they're called? The thing that converts the American plugs. I know they're not called a converter. I can't think of what they're called now. But I needed more of them. And so I found them in this one store. And then I came home and found out that I didn't need them after all. So I've got them in case I need them at some point. But anyway, that's what I did. And that evening I had a meeting with, I had told you in the last episode about the Berlin Musical Theater Society, or the Musical Theater Society Berlin, right? That's the name. The head of it and I finally were able to have a meeting. And I know we have steam. How do I look with the steam? Do I need to sing Steam Heat? This is nice. And we have one more orange to do. And then we'll add our cranberries. Anyway, we had a really nice meeting. And it turns out I'm going to hopefully be doing some workshops with them in the spring. Some musical theater workshops of some sort. We're still working out the details. So that's very exciting. Speaking of exciting, I had a job interview this morning, and it looks like it's going to happen. The Nelson Mandela School, it's a public grade school all the way through, I think, 12th, 13th grade. Can't remember now. And they would like to have me do some musical theater workshops, programs. We're not sure exactly what we're going to do, but possibly do some work with the kids in their classes, maybe writing a musical while they're about what they're learning about in maybe a history class or something. Or do like an elective program where we write a musical together and perform it, or I don't know, where they want to do something. So, but I was very excited and happy that it looks like I'll have a job maybe in February. So, it's my first interview and it went well. So I'm really happy. You know, it's not a done deal yet, but it looks pretty good. Okay. We got our zest in there. And now we're just going to put our cranberries, 4 cups, into this. And you just continue to boil it. And the cranberries will pop. And you can mush some of them to thicken up the sauce. That's what I do. I kind of smash some of them after they've popped. And then I'm just going to add 2 more things. Some vanilla extract and some mace. Not the kind that you spray in people's eyes, but the spice mace, which is part of the nutmeg. It's the like a netting coating, I believe, around the nutmeg. So it tastes similar to nutmeg, but it is a little bit different. So anyway, that was a great evening with the head of that company, and I'm excited to be hopefully doing some work with them. And I also bought some Dominosteine. Christmas is coming soon, and all the Lebkuchen and Christmas cookie things are coming out. And I've had Dominosteine in the U.S., but they were there's just one brand of them, and here they have all kinds of different ones. So I bought some, and they're really yummy. They're basically a sort of Lebkuchen layer with a jelly layer, like an apple jelly layer, and a marzipan layer coated in chocolate. I mean, what could be better? Okay. Wednesday the 20th, I worked all day. Wednesdays are my big working day. So I taught lessons in my class, Brooklyn Children's Theater class. And then later that evening, a friend of mine was performing in a streamed concert in New York, which, 6 hours later, it was 1 a.m. when it started. So I watched as much as I could, and then went to sleep a little after 2 because I couldn't stay up and alive and awake that long. So I did that on the 20th. On the 21st, I taught 2 lessons. I stayed home. There was a rainstorm that came through, and there was the most beautiful double rainbow I've ever seen. I mean, I could see it right outside my window, and you'll see pictures of it here. It was just really spectacular, a beautiful rainbow. And the next day on the 22nd, I stayed home for most of the day, and there was another ladybug in my bedroom. What's going on with the ladybugs? Okay, so I mentioned I think it was my first episode about the ladybugs in New York. The ladybug, in New York. Dottie. Well, I don't think this was Dottie. It didn't look like Dottie, and I don't know how poor little Dottie would have gotten here from New York. But there was another ladybug. So rainbows, ladybugs, I'm getting lots of good signs, which makes me happy. So these are boiling, and maybe you can hear them pop. You were popping until I stopped talking. Okay. When I hear it pop, I'll stop. Little poem there. Okay. That evening, I had a meeting with the person who would become my landlord here. My first time meeting him. And he's a friend of a friend. And it just worked out beautifully how he needed someone to stay here. They're popping. Oh, again, it stops when I stop. And okay, it's being very playful. Okay. So we had a meeting here, and we got along great, and we sealed the deal for my staying here. So that was very exciting to have that at least off my chest, that I had somewhere to go for a little while. The next day, the 23rd, I went over to Warschauer Straße and went to, I wanted to check out Humana, which is a huge thrift store that has, like 4 or 5 floors or something. Not a huge amount of men's stuff, but enough. And I got a few things. I got a couple shirts. I've been wearing some of the things, actually. One of the shirts I wore for one of the videos that I got there for very cheap. I was very happy. I got a coat and a scarf. So it was good. And it's a cool place. They have this spiral staircase that goes up and up and up and up. It's very cool. And then I bought some Turkish pastries on my way home. And I made some made up a Greek shrimp dish, Greek-style shrimp dish with tomatoes and feta and shrimp. And it's not easy to find great shrimp here, I noticed. But I found some okay shrimp, and it was good. And then on the 24th, I went to a farmer's market and bought some eggs. I recall when I had been here years before, or the many times I had been to Europe. Here, I'm just going to show you kind of what it looks like. It's kind of softening a little bit and popping. I remember getting eggs and the yolks were like bright orange. They were gorgeous, really beautiful bright orange yolks. And then I got some eggs in the store and they were like, not like that. I was looking forward to those egg yolks. They weren't like that. And so I bought some eggs at a farmer's market. And they were like that. So I was happy to find those nice eggs in the market, and I made a croque madame. So a croque monsieur with a fried egg on top, sunny side up egg on top. And it was delish. And that really, that was it for those 6 days. I didn't do a whole lot. Okay, this is thickening up, and I'm going to put a little mace and a little vanilla in it, and that'll be it. How long has this been going on? 21 minutes? Oh my God. Okay, I thought this would go quickly, but it's okay. You got a cooking video and my life. Okay, so I'm going to turn this down now because it's really boiling, and as you see, it's getting thicker, and it thickens as it cools as well. So you don't want to get it too thick before that. And I put a little vanilla in. And there you have it, homemade cranberry sauce. I mean, it's so easy. You could talk and make a video while you're doing it. So no reason to buy that stuff in the cans that makes that sound when it comes out. You know, that jelly, gooey, that sound. Ugh. It's always kind of horrifying. Okay, so let me move this away from the steams. I can say goodbye. Thank you for joining me today, and thank you all of you again for watching and all your comments. I'm loving them all. I know I won't be talking to you tomorrow because I'm going to be cooking nonstop tomorrow, and then the next day I am going to France, to Bordeaux. Well, I'm flying to Bordeaux, and my uncle, my mother's brother, who lives in Saujon, France. I'm visiting him and his lovely wife, Eleanor, and for 5 days down there. So I may not be able to get a video done. I'll see if I can do a video from there, but I'm not sure what they have planned for our time. So I may not have a new video for about a week, but I will do one as soon as I can. Okay. And let you know the next things. Oh, the next 2 days are really great. Okay. I went out of town again and visited a friend and went to the opera and all kinds of things. So thank you all and happy Thanksgiving. And here, look at this. It's nice and thick. Okay. All right. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy, and we'll see you soon. Bye.